Cultivators.
Hello!
Welcome to Podcasting is Forbidden in the Cloud Recesses, the only lesbian-hosted podcast about the ancestor of the Devil's Way, parentheses, Mo Xiangtong's stinky novel.
Stinky novel!
I'm Fallon, aka thrice-nominated, Daytime Emmy-nominated actor Jean Guangyao.
And I'm
thrice nominated, never won.
Ooh, get his ass. And I'm Roy, and how are you feeling about this?
She has been yassified. She fucking yassified Jean Guangyao.
Yeah.
They fucking buttered jorts. They fucking yassified Jean Guangyao.
I yassified him. I'll make this the episode art, probably.
They fucking yassified Jiggy. What are we supposed to do with that?
The episode yassified Jiggy.
He's unstoppable now. The episode definitely gaslight, gatekeep, girl bossed him a little bit.
A little bit.
Threw some of that flavor into his character this time. I'm not mad at it. I am mad at it, but I'm not mad at it, you know?
Yeah, I'm mad at it. Like, I'm not mad at it for Vriska reasons.
Yeah, pretty much. He's very much a Vriska type character.
He's such a goddamn... He's Vriska, but yellow.
He's Vriska, but yellow, which... Making that comparison, it makes even more sense why people so, like, vehemently defend him.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of whether the shit he did was actually fucked up. It was.
Yeah.
Or not.
He's shiny Vriska.
Because people be doing that to... Oh, shiny Vriska. True. You right.
Vriska regional variant.
Vriska pancake.
Yeah, Vriska pancake. Oh, we love pancake. Sorry to everybody who's listening to this who isn't in Roy League.
Pancake is a Alolan Raichu.
Yeah, and Fallon is using it, and it's good.
He's my friend. He's actually Shang-Chi this season.
Yeah.
That's who he is. Him and his big friend Avalug Mobejun. Whom I love. Just a big lug.
You
know?
So, it has been a minute.
It's been a while. Really
Oops.
sorry.
It happens.
I guess my excuse on my end is I didn't really realize how, like, really bad untreated ADHD plus not having any kind of, like, set schedule would really, like, fuck with my executive functioning and the whole depression thing, so... And also, it was just a matter of time management on both of our ends, too.
It was a lot of shit. Not trying to make excuses. It was just kind of...
Yeah.
One thing after another happened. We both got sick last month. Christmas happened. Whatever.
Yeah.
We do, but we're back.
We're back.
It's 2022. We're back in the new year.
Thank you for the concern of the folks who voiced some concern over not hearing from us.
Absolutely.
We're very sorry.
We're starting the new year with new jobs on the horizon.
Yes.
Fallon is no longer the wine
I'm no longer the wine bear.
No longer a bear lumbering around a wine store.
Would have loved to continue being a wine jockey, but the person that I was working for was just disgusting, so...
And you know what we gotta say? But listen, we here at Pod Recesses Incorporated...
Yes.
...say that if you are at a job and it sucks, hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks.
If it sucks, hit the bricks.
If it sucks... Hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks.
You have no obligation to stay at a place that does not value you as a person.
Absolutely. You're hearing that and that's on Gob.
That's on Gob, baby.
So they're now working at a much better place. Just started this week.
Working at, a big box furniture store.
Yeah.
Where you might be able to get a meal every now and again.
Yeah. Use your brain on that.
Pretty good setup.
Not gonna lie. Meanwhile, me, Roy... will be going from part-time to full-time job, finally. That's happening for me this Thursday. Woo! I have to negotiate some salary shit!
Hell yeah, you do.
Oh boy, anyway.
Time for some self-advocacy, baby!
Baby! So, with that starting, hopefully we'll be able to keep things up, and we won't, miss more episodes, don't want to do that. We're getting very close to the end of it. But
yes, we are. And then we have the novel to finish.
Yep.
Which is another good, fucking 40 chapters.
We have about 30 chapters. Yeah.
I think, personally, that we should do the incense chapters.
Oh, I'm not saying
we gotta. I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking about the content. It would... Forewarning. If you don't like nasty, sexy shit, it's gonna be a little bit alienating. But this is an 18+ podcast, so I feel like we have...
Yeah, this is for grown-ups and adults.
Full reign. We're well within our rights to talk about their nasty-ass fantasies.
It was never out of the picture for me, as far as I was concerned, to do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a matter of, like, do we actually want to sit there and recite the lines in character, or do we just want to talk about it in the summary abstract? Because either one, I think, could be hilarious, but one of them would make me want to fucking die, probably.
Yeah, I have enough trouble listening to, like... Okay, so,
God bless you if you can deal with podfic.
Listen, same. I've tried before. It's something. There was the fucking... Back in the day, do you remember the voice actors for Shimon and Kamina?
Oh my god!
They did that one fucking, like...
Oh my god.
Like Yaoi OVA, but it was just voices? I don't know what you call that. It's like podfic, but original.
It was a radio drama or whatever.
Radio drama. Yeah, it was a radio drama, and Roy found it.
Yeah, they played, like, detectives or some shit, and they boned down, and it was so detectives. Fucking god.
It was something the fuck else. I will say that much.
Tremendous.
Good god.
Good.
Quite tremendous. And I could barely handle that. I can't handle the, like... Especially, like, in podcasts, if the character has an accent. They try to do the accent!
God. Woo! Ooh.
Back in the fucking... What's the name now? Cole. Yeah.
Oh, the cowboy formerly known as Jesse McCurdy.
Yeah, back in the whole days.
Why? Oh,
they
God.
Would do woo! And they just thinking
that's
about
the noise.
This makes me want to...
That is the noise that my heart made.
I
can't handle that shit.
Oh god, it's the noise in cartoons when, like, they're getting beat up and it's a bunch of, like, random noises and cars honking. That's what goes on in my brain when I try to process what happens in fucking podfic. I can't get past the wall
I can't fucking do it. Yeah, no, I can't do it. God bless you if you can.
God's strongest soldiers.
Absolutely.
The folks who can.
God looked at you.
Enjoy it, that's wonderful.
You are too powerful for this world.
God nerfed the rest of us.
Yeah.
God nerfed the rest of us, truly.
Like, I don't know if I can even handle this, let alone podfic, but...
Oh my god! Wow, Daga stunted. Is that Daga?
No, that's Yaomei.
It's Yaomei! Oh my god.
Yeah, can't you see where the hat...
I thought it was a ponytail.
It's where his hat blends into his hair like Jotaro.
Oh my god. He kind of looks like Jeffree Star.
That is the most appropriate thing that anybody is ever going to say on this podcast.
On everything, he do be looking kind of like Jeffree Star, though.
On everything. He does look good at this stage of yassification, though.
Yeah, just a nice little. It's like an Instagram level of makeup.
Yeah.
Where they haven't really applied the filters yet, but that Huda Beauty, foundation is on and baked.
Just go. I wasn't very excited for Thanksgiving when I did all of these, and I did more than I remembered. Who the fuck else did I yassify?
He's got that fucking Morphe on.
I yassified Neil Breen twice. Yeah, no, we gotta talk about this episode. It's been 2 months.
Yeah, true enough.
We watched an episode. We watched episode 33, which is also season 3, episode 10. It's called Hatred.
It's also called Blood Ocean. This is probably the fifth time we've made that joke on this podcast, but I'll tell you what, it doesn't get old.
Yeah.
It does not get old, baby.
It doesn't get old when there are blood oceans.
It's a blood ocean.
Afoot.
And corpses crawling out of the blood ocean, it's metal as fuck.
It's corpses to me.
It's corpses to me.
When I'm corpse?
When I'm corpse?
I'm corpse?
Oh shit, I'm corpse?
I'm?
I'm?
Anyway, so we get the episode starts with a little recap of just kind of a little rewind, sexy little rewind of the stuff that happened at the end of the last episode.
Wait, with Sean being like, Lon John, I want us to stunt harder than any of these bitches have ever seen.
We gotta stunt on him.
We gotta stunt on him.
The writers of the show said, we gotta show the viewers the blood marriage twice.
Absolutely. They had to kind of hammer the point in, and I do respect them for that. I do respect them for that. I think it was super clever how they were actually able to do this without getting murked by the government.
They had to. They had to turn themselves red. They had to wear their fancy red robes.
It's not a wedding. Look at the context, bro. It's not a wedding. It's just blood. It's magic. It's fine.
It's murder.
It's heterosexual. Look how covered in blood they are. What could be straighter and more manly than that? It's
not gay, it's murder.
It's not gay, it's murder. And if it's gay murder, mind your business.
Mind your business. So
keep my name out your mouth.
So they do their blood marriage magic to lure all of the zombies in the cave to them so that everybody else can escape.
There's a little, we lose a little, and listen, after they transform and they swoosh away, Wongi hold, y'all. He takes that waist.
Wongi hold.
He takes that waist in his big old trash can lid hand.
He's very big in this episode.
He's quite wide.
He's very big.
Like a double wide Wongi in this episode. You will not find me hating or complaining.
Absolutely not. Wongi hold, the gay blood jutsus are still good in my opinion.
Absolutely. There's entirely too many zombos.
Oh, yeah.
There are big nasty zombos initially, and then...
Well, the little lawn boys have to stay with their dads because they're like that.
Yeah, because they're just baby guys.
They're just baby guys. Jiang Cheng gives Zijian to Jin Ling, and...
Yeah,
that's very fucking good, and he's like, if you run... Or no, he's like, if you don't stay here, I don't what's he telling him?
You're not gonna be my nephew. Don't call yourself my nephew. Yeah. You know, typical Jiang Cheng shit.
Yeah.
And Jin Ling looks at him and he's like, okay, I've decided him. My little genius self that wanting actually is quimped. I'm gonna have to apologize for the voice that we do for Olion because that's just become a thing. That's become a thing with us
in this household. Off camera, off mic. You know
the hashtag weird shit you do with your significant other.
Yeah,
that's one of ours. Just imitating Jin Ling.
He's 6 years old in our universe, and he thinks he's an Instagram influencer.
He's sassy. He's poisoned. He's an Instagram influencer. He's constantly being toxic to his juju.
But just like the regular normal him, he's obsessed with declaring things cringe. So
yeah, pretty much. So he's like, actually, wanting is quimped, so I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, you're not gonna catch me wanting it quimped.
Yeah, you want one? That's on you.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm gonna stay here and with my wife. I'm gonna stay here with my wife. I'm gonna help out because I'm a very special boy.
And then Jiang Cheng runs like 3 feet away, and Jin Ling follows him.
Like a little ducky.
Like a little baby
Absolutely.
ducky. There's another shot of Lan Qiren being so mad that he has to support Wang Shan under these circumstances.
He has no choice.
He had to say gay rights.
You are legally obligated to hand it to him in this instance.
That's how it is. There's, like you said, there are entirely too damn many zombos.
And then a little, somebody, I think it's Wenning who drops a little Taigi toy.
Yeah, Wenning is, like, fighting a bunch of zombies, and the toy that he picked up in the last episode outside falls out of his robe.
It gets an accidental blood pool dip, and that turns the blood into monster, and it wakes the zombies up and gives them energy. Yeah. So the blood zombies happen.
I do wish the blood pond zombies looked like fucked up Cannibal Corpse album cover creatures like they do in the novel.
Just absolutely like leaking viscera and bodily fluid and
just
blood. I love that shit. That would have been sick as hell.
Yeah, just like gummy, like they look like they're made out of offal. Like, it's just disgusting. That's what I want to see.
You can see the bones through the flesh.
Exactly.
They're emaciated and bloated at the same time.
Absolutely.
Rotted body landslide.
But yeah, Lance Shui is like standing around kind of just pogging at all of this, and
the zombies get up, stand up for their rights, and they do some good heroic murder.
And then one of the blood zombies, who is holding the little toy that fell out of Wending's robes.
It's the little tiny toy.
This zombie comes up to Sishui, and it turns out this is the toy that makes you say Ayan.
Oh yeah, it's just, that's the only thing that happens, really. There's no other reason why she would be saying Ayan while giving him the toy. Little Grandma. Grandma comes up, gives him the toy.
Ayan, I got your toy. Here comes Grandma.
And then,
this is the most here comes Grandma-ass scene.
You're not gonna mess with my family.
Grandma.
It's time for your grandma to kick a little ass.
Grandma gonna
Your grandma's about to kick some ass.
Here comes Grandma.
You hold my Werthers.
Now you need to move out the way now. Here comes Grandma. So whatever. There's a bunch of zombie fighting, and then the zombie on zombie violence ends with the good blood zombies reigning victorious.
They did it.
They did that.
We get like a nice little flashback while they're looking at the Wen remnants, the blood corpses of like them as like alive Wens.
Yeah.
Wei Ying gets his little dramatic moment. Wen Ning also gets a larger dramatic moment.
Wei Wuxian,
they salute to Wei Wuxian. Wei Wuxian's like, oh god.
He does the biggest salute he's ever done in his life.
He bends at the waist and his forehead touches the ground.
Oh yeah. He just folds in half. And then all of the Wen blood zombies, because these are the corpses of all of the Wen remnants that had lived here.
Our job is done here.
Yeah. They said our time here is ogre.
Our time here is ogre.
And they dissolve into the wind.
A little Thanos snap.
Yeah,
and they take a forever nap.
They dissolve into the wind. They Thanos dissolve, and Wenning starts grabbing at the dissolving little Wen zombie particles, and it's fucking sad. It sucks so bad.
He's so sad, and the sadness in his eyes is literally so palpable. He's never looked more human than in this scene, like as a zombo.
He's a baby boy.
You hate to see it.
You love
to see it, but you really hate to see it.
We love to see Wenning.
I love the hymn.
What's not to love about the hymn?
He's such a sweet little guy. He didn't deserve anything that he got.
He's a little guy and he's got snacks in his backpack.
He's a little guy. He's a birthday boy and he's got snacks in his little ducky backpack. He's got a backpack shaped like a frog. He's got a little go-go squeeze in there. He's got some yogis. His little kind bar.
He's got a Ziploc bag full of Cheerios.
That's right. Just the plain Cheerios,
Just the plain ones. Just in case he gets a little bit hungry.
That's right. Just for a little snack. Nice little healthy snack. Got some grapes. Some raisins. Little baby box of raisins.
Well, speaking of cereal, everybody spits theirs out because
they're like,
one guy starts laughing at the dramatic irony of the Yiling Patriarch and the Wen remnants all coming to save them.
You know, sometimes you gotta tell, not show.
Sometimes you gotta drive that shit home.
You really do, and they're just kind of aghast that Wending's not that bad a dude.
Yeah, he's just a little boy.
Not that bad a dude.
None of them are bad. Look at this.
They've saved us all.
They did that. They did that. Unfortunately, one person is not very happy about this, and his name is Jin Ling.
Jin Ling is not jazzed about this wonderful show of camaraderie towards Wenning because, excuse me, somebody turned his dad into a donut.
Somebody had done donusted that dad.
They've donusted him.
He's experiencing baby rage. He yells at Wenning, and he's like, "This is a publicity stunt. I'm not gonna forgive nobody." And it's sad. He's like, "You were mean to me. Everybody, I'm gonna kill you." And he's holding his sword out.
And Wenning's like, "Yeah, you know what? That'll be fine."
He's like,
if you really want to do that, like, shit, I'm not gonna stop you.
I know. He's like, "Dude, I just watched everybody that I was ever related to crumble into dust and float away on the breeze. I'm fine if you want to kill me."
Literally the only one left out of all of these motherfuckers, and the only reason that I am the only one left is because I'm dead and a zombie.
I am a WMD. If you want to decommission me, be my guest.
Please, sink me into the bottom of the ocean and be done with it, dude.
Put me on the garbage barge, I beg of you.
Please!
And
Oleon just,
he's screaming.
And
he's like, Sichuan comes up and like stands between Jin Ling and Wenning, and he's like, hey, no, be nice of him. But Jin Ling is like, he says like, "This is my father's sword, I won't put it down." This is my father's sword, I won't put it down.
This is my father's sword, I don't know you.
I know this is such a heartbreaking moment, but he said it in the exact same cadence.
And he just
did he not?
He did, unfortunately, but he start to cry.
He start to cry.
Jiujiu comes up and he does the closest thing that Jiujiu can come to a hug. He puts his hand on Oleong's shoulder.
He put his hand on baby's shoulder.
I cry personally.
Roy also cry.
Why they gotta do that, man?
Jiujiu.
God damn.
He's in pretty good Jiujiu form in this episode.
He is in good Jiujiu form. He's in pretty prime Jiujiu form. And everybody talks shit about the little boy. They're like, Jin Liang must have been spoiled rotten by Liang Fangzun. Like, you right, but that's pretty foul to bring up right now. Okay, it's a little tactless, honey, so why don't you pump the brakes on that shit? The kid is clearly having a traumatic crisis.
He is also 14 years old and sobbing.
We're gonna step off on this child who is not only probably just wildly pubescently hormonal and unstable anyway.
Horribly traumatized.
This is the Zombo who killed his dad. We're gonna give him a couple minutes to just get his shit right.
We're gonna
give him as much time as he needs to just have this.
Let him hug his sword.
Hug the sword. Functionally hug the Jiujiu.
Functionally hug the Jiujiu.
You know, just that stuff.
So, Wei Wuxian is like, "Look, I didn't do this for public relations reasons. I promise you, I still have PTSD. Okay? I'm not gonna forget what I did. I'm not gonna forget what they did. Y'all aren't gonna forget. Nobody here's gonna forget.
This is not an amnesia moment, okay? Yeah. We're aware, bud.
We're aware. And everybody clapped and cried.
That's right. And everyone clapped. And then some long guys come swoosing right in.
Well, some people start talking shit about Sushi.
Oh, again. Yeah.
They take a moment to do that. They say nothing about the fact that he kidnapped Huaisong in the last episode.
No, not at all.
Yeah, nobody cares.
He's just kind of an asshole anyway. There are so many other terrible qualities of Susha that you could point out.
Him kidnapping one of the leaders of one of the biggest sects in the world is like low on the list.
That's behind us now. His eyebrows are stupid, so we're going to talk about that instead.
That's behind us. That's in the past.
I'd rather talk about his aesthetic shortcomings.
That was the
I don't really give a fuck about kidnapping and attempted murder. Like that's beyond us. That's boring shit.
Like his fit is unspeakable. We don't have to talk about him being a convicted kidnapper.
Like, look at his goddamn collar. Where is the room for convicted killer and liar and kidnapper in this conversation? Nowhere. It's not. You can't find it. I'm too focused on his goddamn eyebrows. I'm too focused on that fucking ponytail, that Ariana Grande shit. I don't have time for his actual crimes. His actual crimes.
I don't have
that
the time.
Fucking foundation application. It's the tweeze job for me.
His crime is that the drip is unspeakable.
Oh my god, it's the Velcro shoes for me.
Indefensible.
It's the popped early 2000s collar for me.
God. Oh god. So yeah, this is when the lawn guy comes and swooses on in, and he's got a lady with.
They're like, hey,
can we talk to Han Guangjun?
Orgosenos? Can we have urgent lady information.
Urgent lady information. They have, so originally they had two ladies. Two of them.
Yeah.
But one of them got murked on the road because Xi Jinping said, do not put sex workers on my TV.
But then she's got
she's soul in bag.
She's got soul. It's in a bag. So they're able to, and so obviously everybody immediately looks over to Wangi like, well?
You gonna do some inquiry? And he says, okay, so...
Get with it, sir.
So her soul comes out of the bag and she's here to spill tea from beyond the grave.
Hell yeah.
So this is the ghost of Cece, who we all remember from the novel.
And we get a little flashback of Ji hiring her and a couple other several seasoned older women of the trade. They are, I would say, in pretty much every definition, a little past their prime, maybe. And there's a lot of them, and also Jin Guangshan is tied to the bed.
He is looking like absolute dog shit. He's like emaciated,
haggard.
He is haggard.
And Shuyang is there. And Jiggy is also there in the corner, like behind the curtains, and he comes out to be normal about all of this. He has hired all of these ladies to redacted Jin Guangshan to death. Yes. Hey, Dad.
Normal crime.
You ready to party?
And I know that recently online, just in the last few days as of recording this, there's been some shit about people simping real hard for Jiggy because both in and out of universe he has finessed everybody.
Yeah.
And I said this in our Discord, but the level of fucked up brain you have to come up with this plan, like, no matter how reprehensible the person you're doing it to is, like, this is supremely fucked up.
Is there like a tier above premeditated?
Yeah,
this was like precognizated, like it's
there isn't a word for
on this. He thought on this.
He thought on exactly the way he could visit retribution on him in the most appropriate, quote-unquote, way, the most dramatically ironic way.
This man has done an uncouth amount of rumination on this subject. Just a truly mind-blowing amount, staggering. There is no doubt in my mind that he is beyond a shadow of a doubt first-degree ass murder. First degree.
He been fucking thinking. He read the Divine Comedy and said, "What's going on down in the old Inferno? What's going on there?
Let's check it out."
I think these are some good vibes that I should try to, put into my everyday life. This is so fucked up. Like,
this man really did that shit.
Like,
ooh, God.
This is so beyond even remotely excusable. Like, But, and this is coming from me, okay? You all, if you have listened to the past 85 episodes of this podcast, you know that Jin Guangshan is my enemy.
Yes.
You know that I would love to see him suffer. You know that I hate to see him.
But
However,
also...
it would never once occur to me, especially when I think about exhibiting this upon somebody that has wronged me in real life, I've never come up with a plan of this degree, of this severity, of this complexity. Ask yourself, have you wanted this? Have you wanted anything like this?
Because honestly, if the answer is kind of any permutation of yes...
Yeah.
I think you need to see somebody.
You get a journal. Let's start there.
Let's start journaling.
Start little, you know.
How about you make one of those jars where you put a little bit of glitter and some dish soap and you just shake it up until you stop thinking about premeditated murder. Just like one of those little squeezy tubes, you know? Just squeeze it a lot. Think of somebody's neck or something. You don't gotta get somebody to come in and fuck them to death.
You do not have to get several grown women to come in and perform these acts upon a man who is presumably already dying from some kind of probably sexually transmitted illness. And then kill them too. You do not need to do that.
This man did not need to be hoisted any further by his own petard. This was not even remotely necessary. Maybe his death was necessary, but he was on his way out anyway, bro.
He did need to die.
Look at his ass.
Look at his ass.
Look, he probably had another year or so, at best, before that gonorrhea ate him.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying. So...
Jesus Christ. But yeah, so not only does he hire all of these women to redacted Jin Guangshan to death, he also kills all of them. All of these women, except for Sisi, who he lets out for some reason. And I don't remember if they say we just watched this.
Yeah, I don't think they did. I don't think they mentioned why. I think, the reason they didn't mention why is it was like some kind of thing they couldn't talk about on TV. I can't remember.
I think they save it for the next episode, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. But we also have like a meat lady here.
A meat lady. We do get to
a spirit lady. Sorry.
We do get to see Sho Young in his ginseng drip, though.
And he's.
I know how it is.
I'm sorry to say it, but he's really fucking cute. He's really cute.
Unfortunately, he isn't showing titty in this drip.
No titty in that drip, unfortunately.
But yeah, so we've got a meat lady here. She's alive. Her name is Bitsao, and she was, we remember her from the novel also. And
yes,
she was Chinsu's mom's maid. And she says, well, actually, the thing about Jigus, and another thing that makes him horrible, is that he redacted Madame Chin.
Absolutely he did. And they're like, so that means... They're like, yep, that's right. Jiggy and Chinsu did incest.
Yep. And unfortunately. Madame Chin had told Bitsao, and Madame Chin also tried to tell Jiggy on, like, the night before they were supposed to get married. And so they tried to warn him, but he said... Gotta have my clout, and now here we are.
Gotta have my clout, sorry.
Oops.
And everybody's like, wow. They declare him to be epic fail.
Epic fail.
Bitsao
calls Jigus an animal, which is an insult to animals. And everyone speculates that Jiggy also killed Jin Rusong, and also that he blamed all of his crimes on Wei Wuxian.
Oh yeah.
Which, like, yeah, probably. most, if not all.
Oh, absolutely. And fucking... I love how he's Mr. Wei as soon as the turns table.
Yeah.
Like, all these dudes out here call it the healing patriarch, that bastard. And then as soon as they find somebody else to tear up, they're just like, oh, Mr. Wei!
Mr. Wei, we've loved you from the beginning, actually.
Don't you remember? Don't you remember we've always been sucking your dick?
We've always loved you. You've always been our special little boy.
We've always been here, putting a little birthday hat on your head, giving you a little cupcake.
We've never called you cringe or fail.
There's never been a time in our lives where we've thought you were cringe or fail. Couldn't be us. I'm sorry. I don't remember anything about that. I mean, I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, so there's no way that could be true.
You're pog to me. And Wei Wuxian says, damn, that's wild. And then he whips out his funny little compass and he says, it's time to end this once and for all. So there's like a big scary metal guitar riff, and we go
epic electric guitar riff break.
Yeah, and we go to the Guanyin Temple where Roy gets some Shisong crumbs.
They're literally holding hands, though.
Ni Huaisang and Lan Xichen are holding hands.
They're holding hands.
They're holding hands. I'm incubating this for a moment. I'm just allowing myself to let it sit on me because it's delicious. Susha comes up to Simp.
Jiggy's like, where the head at?
Where the head at? Because Daga's head has gone missing, which is not a thing that usually happens to severed heads.
No, it's really not. They usually kind of, it's a point that they remain stationary once they've been severed.
That's the thing about severed heads, is that usually they don't really move much. So Jiggy's like, so Daga's head is missing.
This is normal.
It's like, fine, we just need to dig up this grave for some reason. And, also Jiggy has used Disable on Lan Xichen's cultivation.
Yeah, for 5 more turns, he's absolutely useless.
He can't use any of his cultivation type moves.
He can't use Scald.
That's really gonna get him. That's a big L.
He can't. Well, okay, no, actually, he can't use Earthquake. Earthquake would be worse for Jiggy because I feel like he's an electric type.
Yeah, I feel like Jiggy's probably electric and fairy, kind of a Dedenne one.
Hey, I like that.
I like it.
I like that.
Hamder. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Hamder. Xichen, he's been disabled, but he's trying his sweatiest to break through it.
He's doing some status stuff while his big move is disabled.
Yeah. He's using Substitute. So Jiggy has like a bunch of he's got some hopping jocks here to dig up the coffin. And they're saying hop, hop, hop. And
he brought the jocks.
He brought the jocks. They finally, they unearth this coffin, and Jiggy goes to open it, but a big comedy cartoon boxing glove comes out and smashes his arm up.
Yeah, they fuck it up.
Yeah, it just, explodes out. And
he doesn't get it cut off.
No, he doesn't get it cut off, it just gets... It just turns into a noodle, I guess.
Yeah.
And then literally everybody comes in to ambush him.
Yeah, they roll up. Whole squad comes in hot.
Whole squad rolls up.
Fucking some dude just gets whipped into the wall.
Yeah!
That's how you know Sandu Shungsho is showing up and showing out.
You know what the fuck it is.
And that's the first we see of him too, is just the whip
it's
murking
so sick.
Somebody.
It rules.
It rules.
Lan Xichen just decides not to have his cultivation sealed anymore, and he holds his sword out and holds Jiggy at funpoint. And, we get to see the Guanyin statue, which I wish looked a little bit more like Mengshi, which...
That's my one thing with it that I was
which
looking
is
at.
to say, I wish it looked more like Jiggy.
Yeah, I wish it had just... It would have been such an easier thing to just make it a carbon copy of Jiggy, and it would have been a little more of a, do you think this means anything?
Yeah. Because,
that was a big part of the novel.
Yeah, is that the statue looks... They think it looks like Jiggy at first, but then they realize, oh, that's that Himami.
They've been tricked.
Although, I think it's interesting that they managed to, put that together, because, if they if they had never ended up doing empathy, which, spoiler alert, whatever, they're gonna do it in the next episode, who cares? They wouldn't know what she looks like. So they would just be stuck with, why is he making himself into, one of the archetypes similar to the Virgin Mary,
It's a nice little payoff thing.
Yeah, it's,
and I feel like that was lost a little bit with the lack of likeness, definitely.
Yeah. Problems that you wonder if they could have been solved with estrogen. But,
listen!
Oh yeah, and when the coffin explodes, Susha jumps in the way to protect Jiggy, because he is down so bad.
He's down horrendous.
He is down horrendous. He is down disgusting.
Down foul.
Down foul.
And so Lan Wangji rolls up, he's like, who caused Jin to blame my way in?
There's a little bit more...
There is, but that's all that matters to me.
There's a little bit more before that, though. Like, Lan Shichen points his sword at Jiggy and... at Fun Point, and, he only holds it there for, like, a minute or two before he, like, gets tired from using... from breaking through his cultivation, and he kind of stumbles a little bit, and Hwai Sung catches him.
Oh, yeah, you would point that out.
I would. And everybody's like, so what's in the coffin? And Jiggy just posts benevolent emoji in the chat. So, yeah, he's like, I'm not going to give away my techniques. So,
what do you mean, what's in the coffin? A body.
It's
what
a
else
body.
do you think, baby? Obviously.
Oh my god.
Don't be silly.
Oh my god, it's so funny that you would ask. But, yeah, Wongi's like, who was being mean on my way in?
And Susha's like, yeah, it was me.
It was me.
It just kind of felt like it, just kind of like
fun.
My vibe for the day. And Wei Ying is, like, he goes fucking... doesn't he do a little chuckle?
Yeah, he does a little
like,
chuckle.
Damn.
He does a little chuckle and he goes, Eddie Colazo voice, tremendous. And, Tremendous. And, we get, like, the Sumin Shun epic cringe compilation 10 hours where we see him, like, getting owned by everybody at every point of time in his life.
Everybody's like, oh my god.
Yeah, and Jiggy says, yeah, so, like, no duh, everybody thought it was gonna be the famous enemy of the show, Wei Wuxian.
Jiggy's like, did you really think that was the one big fuck up in your life?
Did you really
that
think?
Was the one domino that led to everything falling down? You think Changshi Pat still wouldn't have happened? If he hadn't have put the 1,000 holes on you, you're still cringe. You were cringe, and you will remain cringe. So
you are forever cringe.
Cope and seethe.
So Jiang Cheng gets as mad as I just did.
Yeah, Jiang Cheng, he's like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro? You son of a redacted."
Yeah. And
Jiggy's like,
and yeah, Jiggy goes into this whole big speech about, like, yeah, maybe I am. Who cares? You're experiencing guilt. You're doing guilty boy face. I can tell.
He's fucking out here going for the tenders on everybody. He went for Wei Wuxian first, then he went for Jiang Cheng. He's not pulling his punches. He's like, well, it's the end of the line. Time to unleash the bitch reserves.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, he's been waiting to do this. He's been spending... This bitch, Jing Guangyao, has spent every shower and every night falling asleep of his entire life thinking about comebacks.
Oh, fuck yeah. And now it's like when it's your last day at a job you hate and you don't care about what it looks like on your resume and you don't care about having anybody as references, so you just let the fuck loose.
What are they gonna do,
like,
kill me?
What are they gonna do, kill me? What are they gonna do, fire me from life? Try it.
What are they gonna do, cut my arm off and lock me in a coffin with the corpse of my former husband?
My ex-husband? My estranged husband?
My estranged zombie husband?
I don't think they ever technically got divorced.
No.
That's the saddest part.
They kept putting off doing the paperwork.
Divorce, it was too expensive.
I think I can make it work. I got this. As long as I keep him with me, I think I can do this. I just need to turn him around. It's fine. But, yeah, so Jiggy's like, it's okay, Jiang Cheng, I understand. You're just, like, feeling guilty because you thought all of this was Wei Wuxian's fault and you alienated him and ruined your relationship. And then it turns out that actually it was me, so you're mad. It's fine, whatever, I understand. And he, like, Jiang Cheng is, like, holding him by the collar, and Jiggy just, like, takes his hand and moves it away, and that was the only thing we saw in one of the previews for one of the episodes, and...
Like, ooh!
Everybody pointed and said, Cheng Yao.
Which, pretty valid.
Gotta admit.
Not the worst ship to ship, all things considered.
Worst. So, fucking Jiang Cheng is like, well, you're the one who's gonna die, and then Jiggy says, no, times infinity. And then Then I think this is where Wei Wuxian accuses Jiggy of, like, being triggered by the word redacted.
God, yeah, and then this man puts on the fucking performance of a lifetime, literally lifetime, that acting belongs on a Lifetime channel.
Yeah, because, okay, so Lan Shichen says, hey, can you please explain to me why you killed your wife, parentheses, sister, and your son? And this is where Jiggy says, can't help being a Pisces, and he goes into his voice actor is so good.
It's fantastic. I hate it so much. I really love it, because he's doing his fucking best.
He is doing the most. He
has an explanation for everything.
Every single thing. He's doing his entire influencer apology. He's putting on his bathrobe and sitting in his big couch.
And he sticks to his story, word for word.
Yep. He's like, actually, everyone was mean to me, and, like, if I had to, like, take advantage of some really horrible tragedies to, like, advance my life, then that's just how it is. Like, I'm not gonna be sorry about it. It's what happens.
It's not my fault. I'm a Gemini.
It's literally not my fault. It's not my fault.
Wei Wuxian's like, okay, well, like, as a Gemini... Did you,
as a Pisces,
did you, send Jin Zixuan there to the Changshi Path to get murked? Like, like, as a Gemini, as a Pisces? Was that just, like, a little kind of, like, a Pisces move? Like, was the moon in retrograde or something?
Was that your Gemini moon coming out?
He goes, just one last thing.
Yeah, he turns into Columbo again. And Jiggy's like,
he's like, yeah, you're right, I never thought about that.
He's like, I didn't not take advantage of it. Like, maybe I saw him get turned into Donust, and I said, like, well, I can life fancy lemons, So...
And, guess who runs in, like, right in time to hear this?
Guess who is so fucking mad?
This boy, baby Aliang.
Baby Jin Ling.
He mad as he's about to bust out.
He is so mad.
Jiang Cheng has to physically hold him back.
Yeah, he's like, why you do my dad killed?
What do you mean?
Why do you my dad killed? Why you do that? Which, like, it sucks.
Yeah, it really fucking sucks. I can't even imagine what this poor dude is feeling like.
He's a baby boy.
Right now, old guy that fucking raised him.
Yeah.
It was mentioned like 10 minutes ago in the show that he got spoiled the shit by him.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
And somebody asks, like, why would you blame it all on Wei Wuxian or something? And Jiggy's like, my dad said I want that twink obliterated, so... Who was I to say no? I just kind of rolled with it, It was, look, he wanted a twink obliterated, and it was either going to be Wei Wuxian or me.
To be fair to Jiggy, Wei Wuxian was some low-hanging fruit.
Oh, yeah.
He was some low-hanging fruit by the time he decided to, take on the mantle of destroying him.
Yeah. Like, if Jin Guangshan had said to Wei Wuxian himself, I want you dead, Wei Wuxian would have been like, so does everybody else, you're not special.
He said, bitch, and?
And? So, Your point being? So, then Jiggy goes into his, like, second stage of his influencer apology, where he talks about all of his daddy issues.
More excuses for everything, absolutely.
Yeah, and how everything in his life has been bad, and he's like, don't you think I wanted... a regular normal life with, like, a loving spouse and a child that I didn't have to, scare quotes, murder.
But I had to grind so hard to marry my sister. It was like,
I was on my grind!
I was literally just trying to create generational wealth and security for my family, and you're literally oppressing me. Like, I'm sorry that capitalism didn't work for you, but it's working for me. Like,
I'm sorry my dad was like this. It's all his fault.
Chug a dick.
We get the scene where, so Jiggy is talking about, like, he's basically saying, I busted my ass for years.
We do get a little evil hamster laugh before he moves on from blaming his dad to talking about how, he's such a hardworking girl boss.
He does do an evil little hamster laugh. He's like, I busted my ass, I girl bossed for so many years. I did everything my dad asked of me. And do you know what he gave me in return? And then we get the oh, forget it scene.
He gave me a boot to the ass. Two boots.
Two boots? Two boots?
One boot per cheek.
Joots?
To my ass. Down the Jin Ling Tai Tower. Thank you. That's what I got.
Yeah.
We figured out him and Jin Zixuan were actually born. They're burned on the exact same day.
We get that.
Believe that shit?
Can you believe? But we get the scene where, like, we just get a little cut to, like, the Family Guy cutaway to Jin Guangshan surrounded by hot babes. And
sexy ladies.
And he says, Meow? Oh, forget it.
Forget it.
And this is where Jiggy just, like...
He just repeats it. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Which... This was a bad week for me to talk about this episode, because right now, ooh, I'm feeling like Jiggy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Folks, if you ever get moved from part-time to full-time after 5 years of doing your job, and that full-time comes with, you know, a slight job title change, but you've been doing the job, you've been doing all of the requirements of the job that you're going into, you've been in actually a higher position in the work management hierarchy than the position that you're going into. And like I said, it's been happening for 5 years. Take a look at the salary they offer you and make sure it's not $3 less per hour than you've been getting.
God fucking damn it. Like, that shit, that makes me want to, like, do the PTA mom thing where I email them. I'm like, excuse me, what the fuck you think you're doing to my baby? Like, that is just, it's egregious. It's egregious.
I am going to email the director of libraries just the screen cap of Jiggy all teary-eyed saying, oh, forget it. Because this is me right now. I am waiting for us to...
Fucking God.
It's the weekend right now. We had to close due to weather. Because it's new.
It's new?
It's new. But I'm waiting for us to open back up so I can make a big ol' stink. I'm gonna get real stinky about this.
She's about to throw a fit, and I'm excited to see it.
Ooh, they're not gonna... Ooh.
She's gonna get stinky.
She's
gonna get stinky.
I am gonna get so goddamn stinky. Roll up, reeking.
Smelling like God knows what.
Smelling like God knows what. Sopping wet and smelling like God knows what.
And I tell you what, they're gonna deserve it.
They're
gonna deserve it.
So Jiggy does his whole influencer apology. He posts his video.
It gets 500,000 dislikes.
He posts his Notes app apology.
Oh.
And Wei Wuxian says, good for you or sorry for you, I'm not reading all that.
Jin Liang leans into his unkie also.
Yeah, Jin Liang is crying into Jiang Cheng's chest. Baby.
He's a baby boy. And yeah, Wei Wuxian is like, alright, cool,
can we, like, hurry this up?
So, can we, like, we got shit to do right now. Like,
we got
I
two
have
more
a love
episodes
confession
left,
to get to. Like, can we, you know?
Come on,
like,
yeah, we gotta go fuck in some grass, alright? Can we, let's go.
Come on.
He posts Reggie.gif, and then,
and Jiggy's like, oh, but what would you do if I had something like this?
Well, okay, we also find out that what's in the coffin was his mommy.
Oh, yeah, it's his ma.
Yeah, his mommy and his mommy and his mommy and his mommy. And he reveals that his plan, which they, like, got in the way of. I was so ready to just, like, take my mom's corpse and elope with Susha to Dongying. Like, I was just going to do that. And, like, I would have just been out of everyone's hair, because I know when I'm not wanted.
I was finally gonna let Susha have it after all this time, and you're gonna deny him that now. Like, who's the real villain here?
I'm sorry I have a juicy pussy.
I'm sorry that all of the little tadpole eyebrow bitches are after my pussy. It's not my fault.
I'm sorry my pussy is popping. Okay,
I'm sorry I have a little entourage of psychopaths. It's not my fault.
Like, I'm so sorry. I know when you wanted me gone, okay? I know when I'm not wanted. I was just gonna get out. I was gonna let him bust this wide open. And then you never would have heard from me again.
No,
you had to ruin my plan.
You said to do this.
You had to do this.
Ridiculous.
You're toxic.
You are so toxic.
And
I can't believe that none of this is my fault at all.
Everyone is mean to me. And so he holds up, guess what? It's the Stygian Taigi amulet.
There it is.
And he says, like, I'm not sorry that I have to do this, but I'm sorry that you drove me to it. And the statue's eyes start glowing, and it's kind of fog.
He sets the projector up and shines it onto the... That's what it looks like. It looks like he's shining like a projector image onto the Guan Yin statue.
He's like, hold on, I gotta get the lighting right.
Hold on, I gotta change the filter. and then, like, that's really... Like, he changes the filter, and that's when, like, the rancid underground crust punk BDSM club vibes start rolling. Like, everything goes all, like, glowy and red.
Yep.
The shutters start, like, slamming against each other. They thumping.
A big red light goes up into the sky, and there's a big-ass sigil.
The real shitty-ass vibes really just start rolling right in.
I think the first time I watched this, I missed the line where somebody says an extremely powerful fierce corpse is coming or something.
Oh shit.
So I saw him do all of this and make all of this shit happen, and then I see something like tunneling through the ground heading towards the Guan Yin temple, and I'm like, what Dune shit is this?
It's the Shai Hulud. It's the maker. They're coming. Wei Ying's gonna ride it.
They're calling him the Yellow Muad'Dib.
The yellow. No, we can't. How about the gold one?
Gold, yeah. Let's do that one. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Jesus shit. Oh no.
That's why his hand got blown off. He put it in the pain cube.
Oh no! He kept it in the pain cube for too long.
The coffin was the pain cube. Let me bury...
The Gom Jabbar will do it to you.
That Gom Jabbar hit different.
That Gom Jabbar be hitting different this time around.
Men will literally bury their mothers in Gom Jabbar. Stupid.
Yeah, but there he is.
He's menacing.
And that's actually the end of the episode.
It's the end of the episode, and we're almost done with the season. We're almost done with the whole series.
That's right. We've got 2 episodes left. Yeah.
The next episode is episode 34, also known as season 3, episode 11, also known as Hidden Blade.
Hidden Blade.
And then after that, there's one other episode, but
Boot.
The way we've discussed doing this is that we're gonna hold off on watching the final episode of the series until we get to the final few chapters of the novel itself.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna talk about some kind of compare and contrast kind of sexy moments.
Yeah, just so we can keep it fresh, not only in everybody else's minds, but also in our minds.
In case we take another 2-month break.
Let's hope we don't. We're gonna try really hard not to, but yeah.
Yeah, gonna do the most.
Yeah.
For now though, it's time for the Google Translate Essence Collection.
Is it time for the Google Translate Essence Collection?
It absolutely is.
All right.
So we're recording this on Saturday, January 22nd. And tomorrow, Sunday, January 23rd, it's a special birthday boy's special birthday boy birthday. And his name is Wongi.
It's Wongi birthday time!
Wongi birthday!
It's Wongi birthday time!
Tomorrow is Wongi birthday, so I had to log into my favorite website, Baidu, and see how they were celebrating the special day of Wongi birthday.
They have to celebrate it somehow.
They got us. So, our first entry into the collection is from somebody's meta post about Wongi that seems to be written in the form of a poem. I don't actually know.
Okay.
So here's this first one.
I'd better be a Lan Wangji that the world fears. fulfill the wishes we made together. Ho the strong to help the weak.
Ho the strong.
Damn, that is not your place. They can do that themselves if they want to.
Getting kind of some what if evil Wongi vibes from this.
What if evil Wongi vibes?
What if
Ho the
evil
strong to help
the
the weak?
Some Robin Hood shit.
Some Robin Hood shit.
So, this next one is from another think piece, and this one is basically just about why Wongi is Pog. So,
Wongi Pog!
Wongi Pog! So this is number 2.
Jianghu people describe him as an unparalleled boy.
An unparalleled boy.
Unparalleled boy.
The levels of boy that we have got going on here, you would not believe. This boy? Unparalleled. You're not going to believe this boy. The next one... So this next one is just a screen cap of the, suggested related search terms.
Okay.
So, we can... Why don't we take turns with this one, because I want to read some of these myself. There's just kind of some, here, you looked for Han Guangjun or whatever, why don't you search for this? So, here we've got, why is Lan Shichen called Jiujiu? All one word.
Jiujiu.
Jiujiu. The next one is, there is no novel containing Guangjun.
No Guangjun?
No Guangjun.
Oh. That's kind of disappointing.
It does cut off Guangjun, but I looked it up to see what it says. The next one is, why is Lanzhan called Wei Ying, space ...
Now, that's a question that they're going to have to look inside of themselves to answer, and I feel like once they look inside of themselves hard enough, they're going to be a little bit embarrassed. But okay, I mean, go off.
Alright, maybe somebody can figure that out. The next one, Han Guangjun was reborn, period.
Not correct. But that's okay, I'd like to see it. Might be cool to look at, but these people are really, they're doing it.
They're doing it. The next one, and I looked up, this one's another one that cuts off, and I looked up what the rest of it says, but I don't remember what it was. But it's, why did Wei Ying fall off as soon?
Wei Ying fell off. Sorry to say it.
Wei Ying stay falling off.
Listen, I mean, he fell off so soon. To be fair, I think they are very spot on with this one, okay? Because he did fall off rather early in his life.
That's true. Get his ass.
Yeah, he fell off in a major way.
Here's the other ones. I want you to you can receive these ones.
Why is Han Guangjun so high? It's a natural remedy. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Don't discriminate. It's legal now.
Wrong one.
Wrong one. Why isn't Lan Wangji a boy? I mean, that does raise some interesting questions. I'm definitely into non-binary Lan Wangji. That's fun.
Lan Wangji take girl pills.
Lan Wangji take girl pill, actually.
I don't know.
Thinking about it?
Who's to say?
Thinking about it?
Thinking about
Liking it?
Thinking about it.
Han Guangjun and Wei Wuxian. Like, that's his name!
It's his name. It's what his name
Last name Hong. First name Guangjun.
Oh my god.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
And then the final one. Lan Wangji was reborn overnight. I think that maybe they're talking about, like, Wei Wuxian came around and then, he's like a whole new life for him. That would be cute.
That would be cute.
That's fine. They're valid.
They're valid. They can think that.
They're definitely valid.
Okay, so I know we usually only do 3, but I found this last one, and it's not 100% on topic, but you'll see why I needed to include this right away.
Yeah.
This is a comment on a think piece about, how people felt about Wongi after the finale of The Untamed.
Oh, God.
On everything, I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. I have absolutely no idea what this comment is talking about, but you'll see immediately why I need to include this. See?
God, okay. If Pipixian is not allowed to separate, he can't suddenly realize the position of chicken breasts in his mind. Who asked him to send good people cards to chicken breasts all the time? Seductive and self-knowledge. What? Pipixian! 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 Pipi is spelled Pipixan.
Pipixian!
Where is the Pipixian room?
Pipixian! Pipixian is
Pipixian!
the funniest thing I have read in the longest goddamn time.
I gotta tell you, it's pretty good to me.
Pipixian!
Pipixian! Jesus shit.
Pipixian.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty good, Roy.
Pretty good. You know what else is pretty good?
Yeah.
It's questions.
Questions.
Actually, real quick.
Huh?
What's the drink of the week?
Oh shit. Drink of the week. 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 It's a truly margarita-style hard seltzer. It's watermelon cucumber flavored.
Ooh.
They're actually delightful. They make them with agave, so they actually kind of taste like a margarita. They're not too sweet. They got a little zang to them. We enjoy.
We enjoy.
A little Dwinky.
A little Dwinky Dwink.
Can check.
Can check. Alright, but we're going to questions now. If you, listener, if you have some questions, you can send them to cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com/ask, or you can send them to us on Twitter at cloudrecesspod. Just the one recess.
Just a single recess for us, actually, if you don't mind.
Yeah, don't need more than that. Don't go overboard. We have two anonymous questions and one not anonymous question on Dumbler. We don't have any on Twitter, but we do have someone Dumbler. So let's freaking go. Yeah.
Excuse me.
No.
All right. Okay, our first question is from, as the Roy has said, an anonymous friend, and they ask, in honor of the Jiggy YouTuber apology video, my question is, what actions of his can you agree with, and at what point does he cross the line and become the quote/unquote bad guy? Here's the thing. A lot of the shit that happened in his life, I don't blame him for taking some of the lengths that he took. However,
he didn't have to go that hard.
He did not have to go that hard with, like, a solid majority of the things. So I guess the things that I agree with him for doing, killing that guy that was harassing him, that was fine.
Kind of a shallow pool, huh?
Yeah,
because it's like the thing
okay, so he did a lot of really good, like, the surveillance towers. Those are great. Infrastructure, wonderful. But I don't think the question asker was talking about that.
Like, here's the thing. Like, the things that happened to him are bad.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to argue that those things should happen to anybody.
But he let them shape him way too thoroughly, and he let them cloud his vision on morality way too thoroughly, that I feel like a lot of the actions that he took,
they just went
too much.
Yeah, like, I can understand, like, it makes perfect sense to me that, like, you get some shit happening to you, like, you literally claw your ass the whole way up to meet your father after your entire life hearing about what an amazing person he is, and he's got all this power. It's taken you God knows what ends to be able to meet him, and he comes out and kicks you down some stairs on your birthday.
Yeah.
That happens to you, I can completely understand going, I want something bad to happen to him.
Yes.
However, and this is something that is consistent with just Jiggy's character, is that...
Oh, absolutely. He takes shit way too far.
Yeah.
Like, shit that's warranted, like, at face value, the things that happen, the base things that happen, them dying, them experiencing some kind of misfortune, are things that should have happened to them. However, the way that the methods by which those outcomes were reached were above and beyond completely unnecessary.
Yeah, like...
unnecessarily intense.
And, like, in some cases, I don't even know if I would say that, like, this person, you know,
deserved to
needed to die. Like, the guy who was, like, stealing his ideas and, like, mistreating him when he rejoined the Jin troops, I don't know if I necessarily would have called for capital punishment in that case.
Yeah, that was a thing that I think should have been bubbled up to corporate.
Yeah. You talked to HR about that. But you don't, like, and that's, like, pretty much that's exactly what, like, Daga was mad about, right? Because he came in and he's like, you don't kill a guy because of that shit! What is wrong with you?
Talk to me first, Jesus!
Yeah!
Literally, and, like, that would have solved the issue, I think, because Daga, absolutely an upstanding man, but I think the issue in that situation is that Meng Yao had probably been through a lot of these situations, and he didn't realize that Daga was that kind of person. He just, you know, was kind of anticipating it to be handled the same way that things like that had probably always been handled in his life, and they weren't. Yeah,
he had no concept of having somebody that he could trust.
Yes.
He had no concept of having somebody who trusted him.
Yeah.
And, like, and that combined with his just repeated tendency to go for the harshest and
most
cruelest,
gruesome,
and most severe thing you can think of for God fucking knows what.
Definitely kind of reads of some kind of fundamental
the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah,
in your little brain.
Yeah, something is the matter.
And that's why Sheyang and him were really good friends.
And that's another goddamn thing.
Same brain poisoning, in my opinion, just kind of different flavors of it.
Because this dude, like, another thing, I don't think we've seen it yet, but, like, Jiggy is out here sacrificing his political detractors to the Stygian Tiger Amulet. When it's
100%.
like, dude, like, yeah, you know, there are politicians that I'm opposed to. I would not like to see good things happen to them.
Not even remotely, yeah.
I do want them to regret their words and deeds, but I'm not gonna sacrifice them to my evil gizmo over it.
No!
And not just because I don't have an evil gizmo.
It's not a I would rather see them rot in jail versus I would rather see them die thing. Like, I would like to see them die, just not...
I want them to go away.
I want them to not exist.
I want them to not be there.
To just go away.
Just stop existing.
And that's all
I'm not imagining, I'm not picturing a violent death, I just want them gone.
Yeah, like, recircling it back to what happened to earlier in this episode, I don't want to give them a Cannibal Corpse album cover death. Alright, I just want them to not be a concept. Anymore that any of us have to think about. That's the level that I'm at. The level that Jiggy is at is vindiction. What, is that a word? Vindictiveness? It's vindictiveness, right? Vindiction. That seems like it'd make more sense.
That's a good question. I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, Miss Terminal MFA.
Because I know vindication is a word, but I don't think that means exactly what we're going for. Vindication. The act of clearing someone of blame or suspicion. No. Well, yeah. Like, he thinks he's vindicated in doing all of this. He thinks that, like...
And I was trying to say vindictive, I think. Vindictive is the word that I was trying to find.
He thinks that he's going to be vindicated by history. Once, you know, when I die, then you will realize. But...
He just does not realize that the ends do not justify the means.
Yeah. Like, bro.
That just goes to show that there is definitely something fundamentally wrong with how he processes things.
Like, imagine hanging out with just, like, your bros, and then casually, like, maybe you're a little bit gone. You're a little bit gone off the shit. Oh, yeah. And you're a little bit flavor blasted.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh man, I hate that guy Steve, and your buddy Brody's like, yeah, wouldn't it be great if he got sent through a meat grinder?
Exactly. Yeah, like, your friend is like, your friend starts being like, yeah, wouldn't it be great if you could just, like, drive him fucking insane with something that he hates, and then he hurts the person he loves more than anybody, and that's the last thing that's on his mind when he dies, and then you take his corpse and you chop him into a bunch of pieces and you keep his head as a trophy. Like, excuse me, Brody?
Yeah, wouldn't that be fucked up, man? Yes, Brody, it would!
Yes!
Yes, sir, it would! Are you good?
It would, Brody! Do I need to call the police on you, Brody?
Do you have some silicone grip socks in your future, sir? 'Cause I think you do.
Are you good, Brody?
I don't usually enjoy 5150ing people, but Jesus, Brody!
My God! Everybody is looking at Brody going, I don't know if we're going to invite him next time.
Yeah, 5150 for non-US listeners is an involuntary psychiatric hold. Sorry.
Yikes, Reno! But yeah, it's not normal.
God almighty, man. Like, stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. I'm begging you.
Jordan on your ass. Like, stop it. Get some help. Woo, God.
Woo!
All right, so that was a pretty involved answer to that, but I think we covered it. And I mean, quote unquote bad guy.
Yeah.
He's the bad guy. Duh. Billy was right. But that doesn't mean we can't love him and want to see him obliterated sexually.
Yeah.
And cherish him.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I say this every time, but this coming from a Jiggy stan, fuck Jiggy. He's a terrible little man.
The dick wants what it wants. Yeah.
Tight pussy kind of annoying, release me.
Big dick kind of irritating.
Why you in my lungs?
And then the next anonymous query is not an ask, just wanted to say that mere moments ago I was minding my own business, admiring the fantastic podcast art. Thank you, big ups to Roy. When I accidentally misread correct takes as correct taxes on the fan, and now my life will never be the same. Correct taxes would be none of them. But I appreciate that. And they say anyways, love the pod. We love you too.
We love you socially. Yeah. And then final
one is from user friend of Rosie Chan. They asked, what toys do you think Ayan played with in the burial mound? Other than turnips, that is.
Well, he had his little Taigi.
He had his Taigi, and then he had all 40 of the toys that Lan Wangji bought for him that one time.
Yeah.
That they went shopping as a little family. And Wei Wuxian was like, hey, look at these. Which ones do you want? He's like, oh, I want that one. He's like, ha, too bad. And Wangji was
God.
Like, what were you doing that for?
What was that for?
Just give the baby the toy.
What a fucking asshole idiot Wei Wuxian. I can't believe.
He has little dolls made out of rags also, I'm sure, that he likes to push together and make kits.
Yeah, he did do that.
Rich brother and poor brother.
He did have that.
The little butterflies, yeah.
Yeah, his little butterflies.
Like, you like me? Yeah, I like you too. He is precious.
He's a baby.
He's a little baby.
He's got a little sticky hand that'll fall down the wall. He's
probably found like a piece that broke off of something and now it's his favorite toy just for no reason. It's a completely just arbitrary. It's like a crank.
Yeah.
He's like, woo! Like 2-year-olds get hyped over some random ass shit.
He's got a cardboard box.
Oh my God. That's his personal sailboat.
He's got a headless Lego man.
He's living.
He is living.
We love to see it. I love little Ayan.
He's a baby boy.
Little Ayan.
Ayan. Cute.
But, is that it for questions?
That's it for questions.
Oh, shit.
So why don't we clean up house?
Let's clean up a little house.
We have a Patreon. It is at patreon.com/podrecesses.
And we wanted to rap at you a little bit about the Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna turn in our backways chairs. we're gonna be putting the Patreon on hold we're gonna be putting it on pause for a little bit. But, cause we need to figure some shit out.
Yeah, it's not gonna be indefinite, but we do have a backlog of extra content that we need to put out before we feel comfortable taking the Patreon off pause. To be completely transparent, putting the Patreon on pause was something that we probably should have done a long time ago. Yeah, but it's just been difficult for us to be able to prioritize and make like consistent schedules and consistently be able to like get over ourselves and put out more content, at least on my end. But yeah, we're gonna figure our shit out. We're gonna try and put out the content that we've been missing for the past little while, and we're gonna try and get it back up to snuff. And then once we have all of that kind of figured out, once we've, kind of sussed out what we're going to do with the Patreon moving forward, if the stuff doesn't end up being like totally sustainable, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We're just gonna work it out.
We're gonna work it out. It's gonna be a little bit. It's not gonna be forever, but
yeah, we're just gonna see. We're gonna see what's up.
We're trying to be responsible with it,
Yeah, we're sorry. We're trying to remove it. We
thank you for your support, regardless if you are still a patron.
Yeah, and we will be. We only have one episode left of #BlessUp, and we are gonna be putting that out soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now, we still do want to say thank you to our $5 and $10 patrons, because that's the least we can do.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Thank you to our $5 patrons. Audrey F., Olivier, Jenna, Neep, SK, Rust, Tracy Ray B., and Funny690 Sect Leader Sarah. Thank you for supporting us. And thank you to $10 Chief Cultivators of the Show, Colin J. and Rachel W.
Thank you.
And other big shout out to Noisespace.xyz.
Always check out Noisespace. Always big thank you to Noisespace. Thank you to Sect Leader Matt of the show.
Sect Leader Matt, the keeper of the podcasts, keeper of the books for the Pokemon League. He does it all. He's a king.
Matt Ribeiro
is the best of us.
That's my guy. So head on over to Noisespace, check out some other podcasts. Why don't you go ahead and check out Pot of Greed? It's about Yu-Gi-Oh! Or
we were both on Pot of Greed at one point.
We have both been on Pot of Greed. You can check out Kamurocho Radio if you want to hear about the Yakuza video game series. You can check out the Sonic Shuffle, which is about Sonic of Hedgehog of lore.
We like it.
Plenty of shit. There's something for everybody. Oh, you can check out one of the new ones that just dropped, Forward ReZero.
Ooh!
Which is about ReZero, the anime.
We like it.
We respect it, we love it. It's good. Why don't you also go ahead and check me out on Twitter. My name is Roy. I'm on Twitter at _Benui_. I'm also at Yeeling Hypebeast. That's my Mode Outside blog. You can also, not a Noisespace joint, but I do have a new podcast out that just dropped. Me and past guest of the show, Janos, have a new show out called Sicko and Ebert.
It's fantastic.
Right now we're watching Pauly Shore movies. We did an episode about Encino Man. The episode is good, the movie isn't quite as good.
Oh god. If you liked Sean Astin in Lord of the Rings,
you will not like this movie.
Don't watch this movie even. Don't watch the first 5 minutes of this movie. Don't watch it at all, baby.
He sucks. But if you do want to see a drip from another universe...
Listen! Pauly Shore's drip affected me so deeply on, like, such a fundamental level that I, like, felt compelled to draw it immediately. That doesn't happen to me often, but this man was working some magic with them wide-leg jeans.
The striped bell-bottoms.
His bell-bottoms, bitch, he was in a little crop top.
His little mesh top over it.
His little headband. My god.
He hit you with a beam that took effect immediately.
He did! That was the outfit that I've seen in a while.
Just fucking incredible.
It was the most outfit.
It was the outfit ever. But yeah, Sicko and Ebert, that just dropped yesterday. Check that shit out. Fallon, where can we find you a bear? Fallon a bear.
Me a bear. I am on Twitter at America's Burden. I'm also, if you happen to be in the market for some snacks.
Yeah!
I make some baked goods. It's my little Space Bear snacks. You can find me, if you're in the contiguous United States and you would like to purchase some treats of the regular, sort of a funny variety, DM me, let me know.
Yeah, kind of a type of snack that makes you giggle a little bit.
Yeah, it's just kind of a silly thing.
Yeah, just joke snacks.
I'm at Space Bear Snacks on Twitter and Instagram.
They're delicious.
Open for orders within the contiguous US. Just DM me for rates.
Hell yeah.
I happen to make you a tweet.
Snaps and treats. I'll tell you, they're delicious. They fuck.
They do fuck.
Fallon make that shit that hits.
That's true.
You can find Pod Recesses Us, the podcast, at cloudrecessespod.tumblr.com.
Oh, yeah.
Or on twitter.com/cloudrecesspod. Just one recess.
Just the one.
Just the one. We're on all the podcast apps. We're on the websites. Like, rate, comment, subscribe. Please leave some comments and reviews. We love them. If you're an adult who is 18 years of age or older, you can join our Discord. The link to that is in the description of this episode and every other episode, as a matter of fact. And do you know what we say at the end of every episode?
I think we say Semper Bunny.
All this time I do remember that we say Semper Bunny. You are all my nephews now.
Devil has been solved.
Woo! Yeah, boy! Semper Bunny, y'all. Bye!
Bye.